Hi, good evening, and welcome to another enlightening episode of the Late Night Intercourse with Chioma. Yeah, this is our 18th episode, and I'm always delighted to join you. My name, of course, is Chioma Onyenucheya Uku, the Zest family lawyer. So, I hope you had a beautiful holidays, and for those who are celebrating Christmas, I hope you had fun on Christmas Day. I hope you're still, enjoying the season. Okay, so yes, I'm also having fun here, I must confess. And regardless the celebration, I'll never miss an opportunity for an intercourse with you. After all, we have a date every Thursday, 10 p.m., right? So I'm here again tonight. Thank you to all of you who participated in last week's episode. I hope you enjoyed your prizes. And in this episode, we'll be switching things up a bit, and I will be dropping airtime. Yes, I'll be dropping airtime in the comment section. So pay attention, participate, share, so that your friends and your family can join. And then a few of you may be able to just win airtime. And then, of course, there will still be the usual prize you win for answering my question correctly at the end of the episode. And please, just let me know where you're watching from. And just tell me, how was your holidays? I want to know. How did you spend Christmas? I want to know. Tell me in the comment section. All right. So if you remember, during last week's episode, we started discussing the topic of third-party influence. And I defined third-party influence for you. I told you, it could be any form of involvement, interference from third parties, from external persons, entities, or factors, right? I told you that. And I told you that if it impacts the marriage, if it impacts the union, if it influences the home in any way, then it is a third-party influence. And if you remember, I told you it could be positive, it could be negative, which means that it's not always a bad thing, but if you're not also careful, it could be a bad thing. So, discernment is key. Wisdom is profitable to direct. And I listed some of the sources of third-party influences. I remember mentioning the family, social circles, interest and hobbies, religious and cultural groups. I mentioned a few things, right? So, and tonight, what we will be doing is, now that we know what third-party influence is, and we can also identify the sources of third-party influence, the other critical thing will be, how can we manage third-party influence? It's not just enough to define it. It's not just enough to identify its sources. The most critical thing, I think, is how to responsibly, legally manage third-party influence, such that you are not exposed to its negativity, and then you're able to fully harness its positivity. So, and tonight we'll be starting from the key thing, really, which is prioritizing your marriage. So the key way, the first way you can protect yourself or you can manage third-party influence is by prioritizing your marriage. You are the one in that union. It is your choice. You elected to be there. You have chosen that one as the person you're walking life with, the person you're doing the journey of life with. So you are the one invested and vested in that relationship. So the first thing will be prioritize that union. Nothing should rank in importance with that union. Nobody should rank in importance with that union. Of course, that's not to say you won't love and honor your parents. That's not to say that you're going to trivialize your job, your career, your business, but I'm saying that you need to protect and guard that marriage with everything you can. If you do that, you are able to know, decipher the things that impact positively on that marriage. You are able to protect that person you love from whatever incursions may be threatening to interfere with the union. So whether it be family and friends, whether it be social media or other media influences, whether it be professional advice, if that thing does not conform to building up, I'm not saying that you're going to lose yourself. No way. Because yes, the first rule of life is to protect yourself. Self-preservation is primary. So, but when self-preservation exceeds the bounds of preservation and gets to the point where it begins to undermine your partner, it begins to, castigate your spouse, then be careful. Don't soak in anything that does not prioritize your union. Your union is critical. Then the second thing will be for you to draw healthy boundaries. Keep healthy boundaries. Those gossips, those external influences, those things that want to, draw you astray, those invitation to drugs, to alcoholism, to waywardness, those things, can you please draw boundaries? Ensure that you don't allow those things penetrate, because sometimes just by going to test the waters, you may be overtaken by the current of the flood. So if you don't guard the boundaries, set boundaries, ensure that there is a hedge round about your union. I'm a Christian, and the Bible says that we should guard our hearts with all diligence. So, you can extend that to mean that when you set the boundaries, your heart does not even absorb those negativities that will negatively impact your marriage. But yes, anything that edifies, anything that enlightens positively, anything that builds up, anything that, motivates, encourages, equips one positively, by all means pursue them and acquire them. Listen to those and learn those. Yes, there are marriages that have, fared better because the parties in the marriage got good counseling, got beneficial third-party influence. They got role models, people they can look up to and emulate, so that they can achieve similar results because they see that those people's marriages are working, So yes, emulate the positives, but set clear boundaries for those things that may harm your union. If you don't protect your marriage, no one else can. And please, the third thing I think you need to do is to maintain, nurture intimate communications. The family, or let me say the couple that talks together, the couple that communicates, stay together. If there is a problem, discuss it with your spouse. If you take exception to something, let them know. Share it with them. Express your reservations. Commend their efforts. Those things that you would ordinarily take outside, and then people will lampoon them and people will tear them to shreds, maybe you should even engage them on those. There's just that possibility. Yes, perchance they probably just didn't know they did that, or they didn't know it came off wrongly, it came off in the way you perceived it. And it's also possible that you're getting worked up over a presumption that is even wrong. So communication is critical. And I didn't just say communication, an intimate one. Don't go confronting them and lambasting them in the presence of friends and family, colleagues, and the public. No, that's not what communication is. Yes, you may be talking, but you're not quite communicating in that connectedness that you should have with them. Mind you, we're trying to help you manage, we're looking for how we can all manage third-party influence, right? So that communication is going to be private. It's going to be in that intimate place where it's just the both of you, such that it doesn't even get into the hands of the third parties who may just make everything go up in flames. So please communicate with them. After you're done with the chores of the day, after you're done with the runs of the day, when you both retire, can you please talk? Initiate it. Don't make it too accusatorial. Yes, you're not happy about something, but you can at least start with commending them for those things they did well, for those things you appreciate, for their efforts. And then you can go ahead to tell them, yeah, but I didn't like how ABCD happened, or sorry, I don't know if I was wrong, but did you do this or did you do that, or I don't know, I want to be sure what happened to this. Listen to their side of the story. It may just, your explanation, your clarification may just be in listening to them. Don't just go dumping your complaints, your accusations, your allegations, and you don't even want to hear them out, to shut them, and don't do that. Please maintain intimate communications. And intimate communications is not only verbal. Some of it can be expressed in other forms. I know you know what I mean. Come on, ensure you maintain communication per time, including those healthy intercourse. You know what I mean? Yes, critical. And then number 4, ensure that you both respect yourselves. Ensure that your respect is mutual. You both deserve each other's respect. And that means that anything that will undermine your spouse, anything that will unfairly cast them in negative light, anything that may spite them, ridicule them, you wouldn't want to do those. I am not saying that if a spouse is abusive, if a spouse, treats you less than is worthy, that you cannot seek external help. I'm not saying that you should maintain, a code of silence and die in pains. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that you should endeavor to respect your spouse, especially when you see that they are persons who, persons of good conduct. Anybody can err. Anybody can make a mistake. So if that mistake is not of a nature that puts you in any immediate danger, can you please, see how you can manage it? And even where there are no mistakes, in your decision making, in your actions, in your attitude, in your relationships, your engagement, your conduct, are they of such nature that it doesn't bring ridicule to your spouse? Are they of such nature that even in the eyes of family and friends, it can be seen that you hold them in esteem and you respect them? In the way you talk to them, in the way you treat them, please respect your spouse. Respect their sensibilities. Respect, their opinion. Respect your spouse. Ensure that respect is mutual, the both of you. You each owe each other respect. And sorry, I know some people don't like to hear this, but it is not something that is strict on any gender lines. When you love someone, when you love something, you respect it. You treat it with honor. You treat it with dignity. Respect each other. And please, my last point, is going to sound a little like inviting third-party influence when we're discussing how to manage and protect yourself from third-party influence. But I think it is critical. Maybe because I know how I have helped a lot of people manage their relationships better, particularly their marriages better. And I'm a professional, I'm a family lawyer. So what I usually will do will be to lend counsel that would see how it can remedy a not so good relationship or nurture what is good. And because of that, I think that it is important to add the point of seek professional guidance. Sometimes when you go complaining to people who are not professionals on a subject, their counsel to you, their advice to you may be tainted with emotions. Their advice may be from a sentimental point of view. They may be biased. But when you approach a professional, that professional will dispassionately tell you the truth and guide you on the right path. So I believe that while you're trying to protect yourself as best as you can from third-party influence, positive third-party influence is not harmful. So seeking professional advice helps protect you from negative third-party influence. So please, I'll reiterate, number 5 of my list of ways to protect yourself from third-party influence or manage third-party influence will be to seek professional guidance. So having said that, of course it's always an intercourse, which means that it's not just Choma blabbing and telling you what she thinks or what she knows. I always want to hear you. I always want to read your comments. I want to respond to your questions. So please, oblige me. Are there things you need me to clarify? Are there questions you want me to answer? Or is there an opinion you want to share that you'd like for us to engage on? Can I read your thoughts in the comment section? Wherever you're watching from, are you on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're you're participating from, can I just read your comments? Can I read your comments in the comment section? Let me read your comments in the comment section. And I'll be engaging with you there. I'll be responding. Yes, I'll be responding. And I will also be picking, my prize winners. I'll be picking them from there. And yes, I know many of you have been waiting to see the airtime I promised. I wasn't going to reel them out now. I'll be dropping them in the comment section. I'm sure you've seen 1 or 2 already, right? You'll see more. So this is the time when I pick a winner from our usual quiz. So tonight, my question will be, aside the 5 suggestions I have made to you tonight on how to manage third-party influence, what other 2 ways do you think anybody can manage third-party influence? The most brilliant response I get, not just the fastest finger this time, wins my first prize. Yes, I'll pick 2 or 3 consolation prize winners, but the most brilliant response I get will win my prize. So I'm checking to see. Let me hear you. Because learning is symbiotic. I teach you, you also teach me. Yeah? Though I'm the professional here, I know. But you can also teach me from the place of experience sometimes. So let me hear your comments. Let me read your comments in the comment section. And I will be announcing my winners in the comment section too. Let's do some engagement there. Thank you so much for being with me to the end of tonight's episode of the Late Night Intercourse with Chioma. It's always a delight for me always a delight, and I do not take your participation for granted. I will be grateful if I read any suggestion for a topic you'd like for us to discuss. While waiting to see that, you can be assured that I'll be joining you again same time next week for another enlightening episode. Until then, have fun, enjoy your holidays, and see you next week Thursday at 10 p.m. Do enjoy a restful night. Bye-bye.